Hello all you lovely people and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an Android 12 full HD projector which can even go up to 4K. And it also comes with autofocus. The name of this projector is PixPaq OG Pro. And the first thing that we're going to do is unbox this beauty. So I'm quickly going to forward this unboxing experience of mine and I'm just going to lay down what's inside the box. So as soon as you open the box, the first thing that you would see is this beautiful looking projector. And apart from that, you also have a power cord. You have a VGA cable. Who uses a VGA cable? Let me know in the comments section if you do. So an HDMI cable, a remote is also there. And apart from that, some paperwork. Lastly, you also have an AV cable. Again, who uses AV cables in 2025? I don't know, but in case you do, let me know in the comment section if you do. Now that we have unboxed this beauty, let me quickly talk about the design of this projector. I like the finish, the color. There's a nice circular disc-like design right in the center, which looks fantastic. The body is plastic, but it's good quality plastic. I like the color. There's a fabric mesh type of a design right in the front. You've got those sensors up front, and apart from that, you even have a lens cap. So if you're not using your projector, you can just place the lens cap on top of it and protect your lens from dust. Really good. I like it. Talking about ports and connectivity, you have a LAN port, you have a headphone port, an AV port, you have one HDMI port. I would have liked if they had given two HDMI ports, only one's available. You have two USB ports stacked one above or below the other. I would have preferred if they were side by side. It would have been better. And then there's that VGA port that we have spoken about. I don't use it and I'm not sure who does. Moving over to the right hand side, you have a power port here and you've got some manual buttons as well. You've got a power button there. You've got an OK button. You've got some navigational buttons there. I think the same can be used to set the 4-point trapezoid manually as well. And then you have an M and an S button, apart from those directional buttons, and a back button. So this is pretty much the ports and connectivity, which is solid. But let's quickly turn this projector on and see what the performance of this projector is like. Let's get started, folks. As soon as you turn the projector on, you're greeted by this nice looking screen where you have app tiles. You have Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, Disney, Hotstar, none of which comes pre-installed. You have to manually install them. But what I want to get into immediately is the system settings, and I want to show the configuration of this projector. Let's turn the volume down a bit and let's get into the system settings. Let's click on that and let's go over to About Us or About Projector. Here you can clearly see that this is an Android 12 based projector. However, I would like to mention that this is a non-official version of the Android 12. So none of the OTT apps like Netflix, Prime Video or Hotstar will actually run in 4K. For you to be utilizing this projector to its full potential, you may have to connect an Apple TV or a Fire TV stick to it. You have 3 GB of memory and look at the internal storage. It has 64 gigs of internal storage, which is truly phenomenal because any of the projectors that I've seen actually have had 64 gigs of internal storage. That's really great. Now, a few days back, I had reviewed the PixPaq Ray projector, and there are a couple of things which are missing in terms of the general settings here. One would be the eye protection mode, and the other would be to control the brightness. But I can completely understand since this projector is priced lower than PixPaq Ray. Now, when we go over to the projection settings, you have the autofocus, but you also have this 4-point trapezoid setting, which you can set manually. So you can adjust the 4 corners as per your liking and as per your screen distance and size. Speaking of screen distance, my screen was as far as 12 feet away from this projector, and it was able to cast a screen of over 120 inch. I had to adjust the 4-point trapezoid manually because I preferred doing that. Of course, when you set it up on autofocus, it really blows up. So the proportions are not right as per the screen distance. But I like the throw ratio of the projector. It's pretty good. And like I told you, 12 feet away, 120 inch is being cast over to my projector screen. Now, coming back over the home screen again, all these apps that you see, they are going to run, but they're not going to run optimally. I will recommend that you actually connect a Fire TV stick or an Apple TV device to this so that you can truly take advantage of this projector's full potential. Now, you have a lot of apps because it's got Android 12, obviously. So you have access to the Play Store. You have apps or content which is curated when you log in. There's video apps and content. There's musical apps and content. And in case you don't find any of the apps that you personally want, you can always go to that search option and look for that app that you're looking for downloading. And you can download it thanks to Android 12 OS. But this is again the non-official Android 12 OS, and I will again recommend that you connect an external device to it. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I want what's best for you. Not that the projector doesn't perform badly. Of course, you can use any of these apps like YouTube. You can run videos in 4K and 1440p or 1080p, and it does upscale nice natively as well. But any of the OTT apps like Netflix, Prime Video, or Disney Hotstar will not run at 4K. So that's a bummer. Therefore, what I'm going to do next is connect my Fire TV 4K and show you the performance as to how this performs in terms of picture performance. Let's get into my HDMI and connect that Fire TV 4K stick. And as you can see at the top right hand corner, this is 2160p and 60 FPS. Yes, you can actually get 4K. 4K is the max resolution that you'd be getting on your Fire TV stick and even on your PlayStation 5. But for that, you have to set the EDID version on 2.0. If you set this at EDID 1.4, then the resolution is going to drop down to 1080p. But if you set it at EDID 2.0, you can take full advantage of what this projector can do, which is 2160p and 60 FPS. So now that I have connected my Fire TV Stick 4K to this, I quickly want to get into YouTube and show you the performance, the picture performance of this. You can see the colors really pop. As far as the settings of YouTube goes, this is running on 4K. I want to get into the settings and show you that this is running at 2160p and 60 FPS. It's running flawlessly. And what I really like about PixPaq projectors is the default color calibration that they come with. I don't have to tweak anything in the settings. I'm really happy with what I see in front of me. The blues, the greens, there's a lot of details in the shadows. So details are not getting crushed. Now this also is capable of HDR performance. So HDR support is there, but only HDR10. You don't have Dolby Vision or HDR10 Plus. So if you are playing HDR content on YouTube, you will see how good this projector can do in terms of HDR performance. This, however, is not an HDR video. Even though it's not an HDR video, you can still see how well the projector is doing in terms of picture performance. The bright areas look bright, the dark areas look dark. A sunset or a sunrise scene is a pretty good indicator of what your projector or your TV can do. In this case, I'm really happy with this. There are a lot of picture presets as well. When you keep it on the vivid mode, you will get the most out of it because this comes with 1400 ANSI lumens or 14,000 lumens of brightness. And when you keep it at that vivid picture preset, you get the maximum brightness. Of course, there are other presets as well. Like there's a user preset, there's a standard preset, but I like it on the vivid preset. By the way, if you keep it on the user preset, you can manually tweak the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, and the sharpness. But for the sake of this video, I'll just keep it at that vivid picture preset. Apart from the picture presets, you also have color temperatures that you can set, like standard, warm, and cool. And just like you have a manual or a user preset, you also have a user preset in terms of tweaking the color temperatures. So you can manually adjust the red, green, and blue colors as per your liking. There's also that noise reduction and flesh tone detection. And lastly, there is a dedicated game mode. I'm going to show you the gaming performance of this projector in a bit. Just like you have picture presets, you also have sound presets. Now, I personally keep it on the movie preset, but there's standard, there's news, there's music, there's movie, of course, which I like, there's sports, and there is a user preset as well. So this works mostly like a equalizer. You can manually adjust the bass, the mids, the treble as per your liking, but like I told you, I personally like the movie preset. Apart from that, you can also select which device you are getting the sound out of. Now, the HDMI port in this also supports ARC. So if you want to connect a soundbar through that HDMI port, you can do that. However, it only comes with that one HDMI port, unfortunately. So while you're playing your Fire TV or your Apple TV, you can't take advantage of that ARC port, but you can connect to a Bluetooth speaker, or you can use that aux port, by the way, as well. And I've used it with my Bluetooth speakers. It works fine, and you can take advantage of that aux port as well. In the advanced audio settings, you have some AVC settings as well, and setting the balance. So this works really well when it comes to a device like Fire TV Stick. In case you're wondering, there seems to be like this blue tint on your screen, but hey, that's the ambient light that's coming from behind my TV. So I just quickly want to make a note of that as well, so that you don't think that this projector has like this bluish tint which is coming on the screen. That's purely because of my light setup in the room, the ambient light setup in my room. I can in fact go back to that video and show what blacks look like on the screen. And for that, let me also adjust the ISO on my camera. Let me bring my ISO down a bit, because sometimes the ISO setting also kind of intrudes and affects what you see on screen visually. So now that I've reduced the ISO setting on my camera, let me go back to this video and let me show you the same area where you had those blacks being displayed on screen. Now this has a contrast ratio of 8500:1, which is mighty good. And leaving that right side aside, check out the left side. The blacks look really good. They look deep. Of course, this is a projector, so you're not going to have inky blacks. But given that this is a projector, it still is performing really well when it comes to those blacks. And the contrast ratio of 8500:1 really helps. So it is a bright projector, and the picture performance is complemented by that contrast ratio of 8500:1. So it's mighty good. What about gaming though? Let me get into PlayStation 5 and let me show you some of the performance as far as this projector goes. So the first thing that I want you to focus on is that this runs at 2160p at 60 FPS. When you go over to the advanced settings, again, I would like to emphasize here that please do keep your projector on that EDID 2.0 version and not on EDID 1.4. Now that you have set your projector on EDID 2.0, voila, you get that 2160p and 60 FPS. When I go over to the advanced picture mode, make sure that you also have the game mode turned on, because it helps with latency. Unfortunately, this does not have variable refresh rate or auto low latency mode in the projector. However, even without having variable refresh rate or auto low latency mode, the projector performs really well when it comes to gaming. Let me go over to screen and video settings. Let's show the video output signal. Here you can clearly see it's 3840 into 2160, and it also supports HDR in terms of gaming, but I generally turn the HDR off when I'm gaming, and the HDCP version is 2.3. Let's get into Horizon Zero Dawn and quickly talk about the performance here. Now, please note that I was recording this at 24 FPS. In fact, I generally edit my videos in 24 FPS as well. So I'm making a quick note of that, because game videos generally are in 60 FPS. So in case you're wondering, hey, this is not looking smooth, well, I've recorded and edited this at 24 FPS. Having said that, when I was personally playing this game in 60 FPS, the performance was really smooth. Colors really pop. And because I've reduced the ISO of my camera, so maybe it might seem a little dull, but personally, this is plenty bright, guys, because please note, this has 1400 ANSI lumens of brightness, so 14,000 lumens of brightness. Check out that lens flare. It should give you an idea as to how this performs. Although it does not have auto low latency mode, I did not have any latency issues. I played using my PlayStation 5, of course. And I also played Assassin's Creed Odyssey on my Lenovo Legion Go. I like going back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I like the expansive maps that it has. Probably one of the biggest maps that you would find on any of the Assassin's Creed games. And I love going back to these Greek islands in AC Odyssey. And I tried out gaming on my Legion Pro. I did not get a chance to connect my Xbox Series X. But given how this was performing with my Legion Go and with my PlayStation 5, I think it would perform equally well with an Xbox Series X as well. But please note that I haven't tested it out personally with an Xbox Series X, but I have tested it out with my PlayStation 5 and my Lenovo Legion Go. And I'm very happy with the gaming performance. Gaming on a big screen like a 120-inch screen is quite something. I mean, something that you have to experience yourself. And if you have a projector for gaming, let me know in the comments section. And now let's quickly talk about the pricing and conclude this video. Now, before I get to that, I would like to mention that this is a review unit that was sent over to me by PixPaq Japan. However, I have not taken any money from PixPaq. So everything and anything that I've told in this video, they are my personal opinion and they have not been influenced by PixPaq in any way because, of course, I had the liberty to say anything and everything in this video. So I just wanted you to take a note of that as well because I don't want you to think that this is a biased review because it certainly isn't. It's an unbiased review. And speaking of reviews, I'm very happy with this projector. That's my final 2 cents. It's got 14,000 lumens of brightness, 8,500:1 contrast ratio. And apart from that, the pricing is really good. It is priced at less than 25,000 in the Indian market, and you can get this on Amazon. Links will be in the description box. It's a very easy product to recommend because the straight out of the box performance from this projector is truly fantastic. I don't like devices where I have to tweak the colors, where I have to spend a lot of time away from just viewing and enjoying the content. And this projector, I'm happy to report, is one of those projectors where you just take it out of the box and you experience the goodness of this big, mighty screen. And you can have a great home theater-like experience at home thanks to PixPaq Japan's OG Pro. And it is an easy projector to recommend because the performance of this projector is really, really good. Not because this is a review unit. This is actually my own personal opinion. And let's quickly end this video. But before I finally hit that end button, if you've liked the content, then I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button and also that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. I do make videos like this. I have a lot of Let's Play videos on my Lenovo Legion Go. And apart from that, I have gameplay videos, I have game reviews, I have products and items being reviewed on my channel as well, just like this one that you're watching right now. And if you want to become a part of my community, it's free. All you got to do is just hit that subscribe button. If you want to support my channel financially, then all you got to do is just join my community for as low as $1. Link of this product will be in the description box. You purchasing through that link will also help me out because I get an Amazon's affiliate commission. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.